What is curious right now for me is the follow-up question is that while we ran the mindset for the first part, second part is on the recovery, and of course probing to the third one, what made this entire experience wow for our participants?
It's all in the design.
And the delivery.
And the delivery, yes. It's all in the design and the delivery. So why do I say that? As I mentioned, the design starts with the participants and the clients. We are the bridge. Okay. So in getting the participants' experience, let me bring you to customer experience. It's almost similar. What is customer want? They want something that they expect. Yes. Okay. What does customer want? They want some variation sometimes. They also want the problem to be solved. What else do customer want? They want quality. So we use the rater model.
Rater model, yeah.
They want reliability. They want assurance that whatever they, when they attend the program, they get assured that things are going to be better. They want something that's tangible. Okay? Tangible is something they can see, hold. Yeah, they understand and they can see and they hold. Timeliness, right? They want things fast. So sometimes they're clients, can you do this in 2 weeks? Oh gosh, this is exactly so they want to expert the recipe, but not to forget also one more important thing: empathy.
Yes.
I mean, there's an element of being human in that delivery, in the design, in our engagement.
Yeah.
So, can you say?
Yeah. Everybody loves
when I actually first train for development, training, workshop, coaching, neuro-linguistic, my first job was as a training manager in one organization. And I had a boss, really a boss. Okay? And only tells me one sentence, one instance, really share with me his feelings, how he looks at training. We have all the newbies on the board, right? You don't expect them to take the job to say you just out of there and see cool. And they come to work with us and they have to sit in the classroom and listen to the teacher. You need to get that with them. That's where it all started. It's a simple story. That's where it all started. And it took me a while to understand what we meant. Along the way, after a couple of workshops, after deep diving into, as we get more experience, right? Today, I definitely understand.
Yeah.
It's about giving your participants the experience so that the learning, whatever they do, in that space is better. Whatever we do, we want whatever they do.
So the idea is create an experience, a wow experience that's big, by using empathy as the big prop of like engagement. Yeah.
Understand. They don't understand this word. They're asking word.
Yeah. Talking about empathy, I remember when we ran the class module, which is service experience for vulnerable people. Really, empathy was the core message that we want to do, but empathize now from the position of people who are vulnerable and how do we create that wow.
That was I love all this challenge. It just brings people up. So as I was designing it, I said, how am I going to have them feel how their customers, the vulnerable customers expect. So I brainstorm myself, there are a few ways that we can actually simulate.
Yeah.
So that's why we have that activity, the blindfold, the Number one is the joy, fun. It's fun to do. Number two, make that experience the challenges of not having perfect limb and not being a perfect human, right? And three is even if you're vulnerable, you still got things of processes that you need to have, to acquire in your daily life. So that's how actually it came about, how started out that activity. But Again, I think you know this. For every activity is not just an activity.
Yeah.
What the key in a successful activity when you're going to run an activity, yeah, for learning purpose is the discipline. And a lot of times I think that it's the degree that you make or make or break the learning from the participants.
Fantastic. I mean, I really love the way you put it because at the end of the day, the focus when we're designing one of the workshops, it's about keeping the participant, not just the client interest, but the participant who's going to be experiencing their interest in mind. And the big drop of sort of elevating service from the okay to a wow experience for them is different and for us, we actually the focus is about empathy. And last but not the least is the quality of the debriefing. At the end of the day, that sort of kicks back over. So here's my follow-up question, alright? You're almost coming to an end, by the way. I've got two more questions. So my follow-up question, what were some memorable feedback or insights that you got from participants from this experience from the workshop?
I like that question.
Yeah.
Because that question has something to do with my passion. Right? So for everything that I do, I start. It is about how the participant would respond at the end or during or at the end of the session. And a lot of times, yes, we do the evaluation. It's a thing. It's a very nice evaluation. But for me, the thing that will be a change, what's the word? A differentiator. A differentiator for me in terms of how I gauge the experience is when one, two or three people personally to myself. I have to do this. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Wow, that's powerful.
So I have this age problem and I have not seen it. I don't know, I've been thinking about it so much and I don't know how to solve the problem. Now I see the light.
Yeah.
That's the one that for me, just confirm my passion. It brings me this.
Yeah, absolutely. And every time as an organization, when we hear feedback directly from participants or from the client, in this case we did, get some very, very favorable positive feedback beyond evaluation. They felt that this had a huge impact on their touch point, net promoter score. They had a huge impact on their quality of service, and of course, these things need to be done in a very collaborative way with the customers, the clients, for them to continue with the momentum. So that brings me to my last question, Marjana. The last question is the question that we always ask is the last question. What sound advice would you give for someone who is in this game, customer experience game, in terms of designing a wow customer experience?
First advice is please right?
Go back to basics, guys.
Go back to basics. Don't suddenly become a teacher. You are dealing with people. Look at the adult learning principle. That's what they like, We are dealing with adult learners, and they are almost always capable of, doing things themselves, self-direct, right? So please take more and share, right? And especially these days with AI, that guys, put your audience, your participants out there, don't underestimate them.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power that we have.
And use collaborative learning techniques to bring or to get the most out of the learning.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I must say thank you very much, because one thing that we were very blessed in this entire organization was we actually worked in a very collaborative manner with the client, giving us information like specific scenarios, relatable scenarios that we actually use to make it more relevant to them. And like what you said, a wise person wants to before you put yourself to the shoes of the customers and you take the shoes of the participant, first remove your shoes. Remove all the perceptions that you might have, the biasness, and put yourself with that. So yes, Mas, thank you so much for that, ladies and gentlemen. Marjana Zaid, Thank you for all the sharing. I hope shared dialogue and insights have been useful. Stay tuned with us. In the upcoming months, we're going to come up with more interesting topics. This time it's on service. The next one is probably going to be on sales. But till then, it's me, Arvind, signing off, and Maziana. Have a nice day.